What's up, everybody? Darn, this shirt actually makes me look pretty big. All jokes aside, that was a joke because, I'm not that big. So, anyway, this is, now that you saw video number 2 on how to get into the market and look at the charts, we're actually going to start breaking down what you're looking at. So, the first thing we're going to do is look at candlesticks. So, I made this PowerPoint not just to be able to read off of it and take a look at it. It's just so you can actually write notes as well, just to make it a little easier for you to be able to understand it. So, the anatomy of a candlestick. There's 3 different types of candlesticks. There's bearish candlesticks, bullish candlesticks, and indecision. Bullish candlesticks are, if you have the generic colors on your screen, bullish candlesticks are green candles. They're green up candles, which means that the price is rising. Bearish are red candles, which means price is decreasing. And indecision, which means price is not sure, I guess you can say. For example, if you have a 5-minute candle, the price opened at the beginning of that 5 minutes and closed at the end of that 5 minutes, close to the same exact price. I'll show you an example of it later on. Candlesticks have bodies, and they have something called a shadow, which is a wick. If you look at my mouse, you can see this filled in part is the body. And all these little lines are something called wicks. So the wicks show the high and the low price that the candle hit on that time frame. For example, if this is a 5-minute candle, which I'll show you on the actual chart, if this is a 5-minute candle, this candle opened right here, it hit this low during that time frame, hit this high during that time frame, and then closed at this price. This is a bearish candle, which means a downtrend, I guess you could say. Market opened right here, hit this high in this 5 minutes, hit this low in this 5 minutes, and then closed at the bottom of the candle. So, important note, this is a saying that you're going to hear from traders that know what they're talking about. Candlestick bodies tell the story while wicks do the damage. What I mean by that is your trade, if your bias is an uptrend, a bullish bias, and you get stopped out by one of these little shadows, one of these little wicks, but the bottom of your candle doesn't close below your stop loss, and then increase and goes your way, that's where the wicks do the damage. The candle's what matters, but the wicks will actually try and trick you. So this is a bullish candle, bearish candle, and these are all called dojis. So the open and close price of that candle are close to the same exact price. I will show you an example. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead. Let's go to, here we go. For example, let's look at, so all these white candles are bullish candles and all the red candles are bearish candles. I changed the colors of mine, which you can do as well. I changed the colors of mine. What you do is you go down to this settings symbol right here, go to settings, and then symbols, and you can change the colors. I changed my mind because it's a psychology thing. If you see red and green, you're going to be like, oh man, it's going the wrong way. It's red. When I thought it was going to be green, that type of thing. So this actually changes. It's actually proven that it changes your psychology about it. It helps you not worry about it as much, I guess you could say. But anyway, for example, let's use this big white candle. This is a bullish candle. Market opened at this low of the candle. It dropped and hit this price down here, rose, hit this price up here, and then the candle closed at the top of the body. Let's look at another one. This is a 5-minute candle. When that 5-minute candle started, price hit 20,591. It dropped to around 20,586.25, rose all the way up to around 20,608, then closed at the end of 5 minutes at 20,606, somewhere around there. So that's what a up close candle does. Market open, drops to the bottom of the wick, increases to the top of the wick, and then closes. We have an active candle right here. You know what? If I show you on a smaller time frame, it may be easier to see. So 15 seconds, we'll do that. So market open right here. It dropped to this price. Let's see what it does. Increased to this price. Dropped again. Next candle. So market open. Closed. There's very little to no wick on those. So the market, that was a completely bearish candle. So for example, this one, market opened at the bottom of the candle. It dropped to this price. Increased to this price. And then dropped again. And after 15 seconds, this is where it closed. Another example, opened right here, dropped, increased all the way to this price, and then closed at this price. So each one of these candles shows 15 seconds, and each you can make it show a minute, make it show 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, etc., etc. Now for bearish candles, like this one right here, market opens at the top of the body, or candle opens at the top of the body, increases to a certain price, decreases to a price, and then closes at the bottom. So another one right here, market opened at the top of the candle, increased to a certain price, dropped to a certain price, and closed at a certain price. So on a bearish candle, a down close candle, that price opens at the top of the body and closes at the bottom of the body. On a bullish uptrend candle, market opens at the bottom of the body and closes at the top of the body. All right. And now for doji candles, here's one right here. It means that there's little to no body, which means market opened right here, hit this price inside this 1 minute candle, hit this price inside that 1 minute candle, and then close at close to, if not the exact same price that it opened at. That's what a doji candle is. The body is practically non-existent, and price closed at the same price that it opened at. Market opened, or price opened here, rose to this high, shot to this low, and then closed right here. So let's explain it again. Market opened, sellers, or candle opened, sellers took a little bit of control, dropped the price down, then buyers bought. They did what they do, and they bought. Sellers came in a little bit, and then after, as you can see, this is a 1 minute candle. After 1 minute, it closed at this price. Opened right here. Sellers came in control, and then buyers bought. And there was no more sellers at the end of that 1 minute candle, and so it closed at the top. So buyers came back in, sellers took over control, and then buyers bought it back up. Candle open, buyers tried to keep going, they got rejected. Sellers took off. Buyers tried to come back in, and candle closed. Last one, market open, or candle open. Sellers tried to sell it off, buyers tried to buy it up, and candle closed. Now, granted, it may not go that exact way. It may actually go up here, down here, back up to right there. The wicks just show the high and the low that the candle hit in that time frame. For example, this is a 1 minute time frame. It hit, the range of this candle is from the bottom of the wick to the top of the wick, is all that is. So, bullish candlestick anatomy. Green are bullish candles, if of course you have the generic color. So this shows that candle opened at 20,736.75. It dropped to 20,730.5. It rose, buyers came in control to 20,760, and then sellers came back in and dropped the price down to 20,750.75. Pretty self-explanatory. Whenever it's a green candle and up, or a bullish candle, Body opens at the low, or at the bottom of the, or candle opens at the bottom of the body, drops, rises, and closes at the top of the body. For a bearish candle, price on that time frame opens at the top of the candle, does whatever it does in the middle of that time frame. For example, it rose to 20,716.75, dropped to 20,703, and then buyers came back in control. Not in control, but buyers came back trying to buy some price up to 20,706. So for example, let's go back over it. Bullish candles, open, hit this price, closed. Bearish, opened, hit this price, and then closed. So, bullish and bearish candle strength. So, don't mistake, just because you may see a complete very bullish or very bearish candle does not mean that it will go in, the market will go in that direction. I'll show you an example. You need to be able to look at the higher time frame and read the story that the market is giving you. So when there's a wick on top of a bullish candle, it means sellers are trying to take control. For example, market opened here and closed here, and there's no wick, which means that this candle is full of almost nothing but buyers. This is starting to get a little less bullish. Market opened, buyers drove price all the way to the top, and sellers started coming in and dropping price down. Getting even more less bullish. Market opened, candlestick opened, buyers came into control, and then sellers are like, nah, you hit the price I wanted you to, I'm going to start selling off. These three are neutral candles. Buyer open, and then all it did was buyers and sellers just fought, but it still had more buyer volume than seller volume. This is a doji that I was talking about. Body opened here, rose to this price, dropped to this price, and closed at almost the exact same price that it opened at. So that just shows that, hey, buyers and sellers were almost completely equal. Another neutral candle, but what did I say? Candle open for bearish candles is the top of the body. Candle open for bullish candles is the bottom of the body. So we have candle open, it rose to this price, dropped to this price, and came back to this price. So now we're starting to get a little more bearish. We have candle open, sellers took over, but then buyers are like, nah, I want to keep buying, and then candle close. This shows a little more seller pressure. Candle open, dropped all the way down here for sellers. Buyers came back in and started buying, and candle close. And this is a very bullish or very bearish candle where there is practically little to no buyers. Where candle open, sell off, and it closed with little to no wick, which showed that sellers were in control. Now, when I say sellers are in control, they're in control of that candle. Does not mean they're in control of that market at the moment. You could have a very bullish or very bearish candle and still the market will flip in a different direction. For example, I will show you one. Right here, we show a huge volume of buyers with very little sellers. Sellers tried to come in with a huge volume of buyers, and look, literally 2 candles later, it absolutely crashes down. So don't look at this and be like, okay, market's actually headed to the upside now. Don't look at this and say market's headed to the downside because you don't have the higher time frame picture. You need to look at the higher time frame. Granted, you could be right. Sometimes you will be right, but more often you'll be wrong. More often. See, here you go. Here's a very where'd it go? This is a very bullish candle right here where there's little to no wick. This whole entire candle is full of buyers. Market open, not even sellers didn't even kick in at the beginning of the candle to create this bottom wick. There is no bottom wick. So this whole entire candle is full of buyers. So you can't get in and be like, all right, I'm going to long this stock. No big deal. I'm about to make some money. And then, boom, market crashes. Doesn't crash, but it goes back down. You know what I mean? So you cannot just rely on one candle to know what the market's going to do. So, for example, let's find another candle. For these candles, I'm gonna give a little pause, like a Blue's Clues talking to a 2-year-old. Sorry, I have a 2-year-old, and that's what he was watching last night. So, this candle, is it bearish or bullish? Bullish. That's good. Just kidding. It is bullish though. So this candle, is it bearish or bullish? Bullish. Good deal. I feel like I'm talking to my 2-year-old. But hey, if it helps you understand without me just rambling on, it helps you be like, all right, cool, I got it. So where's another one at? Oh, here we go. Here's a candle. Is this bearish or bullish? Wrong. Unless you said indecision or doji, you're wrong. This is an indecision candle. It's a doji candle. It means that the body opened at the same price that it closed at. So we got open, ran down here to the bottom of this wick, ran up here to the top of this wick, and then closed at the same price. All right. Boom. This one. Oop, that's not candle. This one. All right, this candle right here. Is this bearish or bullish? Right here. That's a bearish candle, but it has bullish momentum. What I mean by that is candle opened here, it fell, so many sellers took over control and fell all the way down to here, but buyers came in and started buying it back, buying it back, buying it back, buying it back, buying it back. So it's still a bearish candle, but it has a little bit of bullish momentum. But that doesn't mean buy. That means look at the bigger picture. So when you have a bearish candle, does that candle open at the top of the body or the bottom of the body? A bearish candle opens at the top of the body and closes at the bottom. A bullish candle opens at the bottom of the body and closes at the top. For example, all we're doing is candlesticks this lesson. That's all we're doing. So that's what I'm going over. I'm just trying to brand this into your head. So you either only got to watch the video once and understand it, or just take notes and be able to make sure that you know what it is. Like I said, I'm starting from the very, very basics. I'm trying to help every single person, even if you've never looked at the stock market before in your life. That's all I'm here to do, is to help out. So look at this candle. Opens at this price, rises to the top of the wick, drops to the bottom, and then closes. For example, this bullish candle. Here, let's mark it out a little bit. So, market opened right here at 20,573.75. It dropped to 20,573.25. Rose up to 20,576.75, and then dropped a little bit and closed at 20,576. I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, please just go to the comments and type out your question. I'll be more than happy to help. It doesn't hurt my feelings at all. I'm just doing my best. Please cut me some slack. This is the first time I've ever done this, and I'm just here to help out people how I can, when I can. So that's all it is. There's bullish candles, which are uptrend, up close candles. Bearish candles, which are downtrend, down close candles. And there's indecision candles, which are also called doji candles, where the body opens at the same price that it closes at. And what's the saying? What's the very important saying? Wicks do the damage, the bodies tell the story. So that's honestly about it for this lesson. I just try to make it short and sweet, just trying to explain the very basics of the whole entire candlesticks, the anatomy of candlesticks. And hopefully it helps out. If it doesn't, just text and comments. I'll even to make a whole nother video if I can explain it a little better. But if you have any questions, any concerns, I have no problem helping out. Please like, subscribe, and I'll be more than happy to make some more videos.